The following program is a part of Black Squirrel Entertainment.
What extinct animal has come back from the dead?
And what new movie just beat Barbie at the box office?
Making Can't Feel Like Hollywood. This is The Blurb. Welcome back. I'm your pair of cozy pajama pants, Rocco Grassi.
And I'm your pair of fuzzy socks, Nick Keller.
Every time I hear the word fuzzy socks, now I can only think of that Bo Burnham song, White Woman's Instagram.
And an open window.
A couple holding hands. We had a really busy week.
We did.
We actually brought back an animal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we
right.
did.
A species of wolf that died out over 12,000 years ago lives again as the world's first successful de-extincted animal, according to the Dallas-based biotech company Colossal Biosciences. Colossal scientists have created 3 direwolf pups by using ancient DNA cloning and gene editing technology to alter the genes of a gray wolf, the prehistoric wolf closest living relative, the company announced Monday. The result is essentially a hybrid species similar in appearance to its extinct forerunner. To celebrate the return, George R.R. Martin serves as the cultural advisor and investor for Colossal, staged a special photo shoot featuring the 2 wolves named Romulus and Remus, seated atop the Iron Throne, borrowed from one of Peter Jackson's personal collections. A nod to the past, the present, and a future where extinction might not always mean forever.
First of all, Romulus and Remus is an awesome name.
Right?
Secondly, really great that we're able to do this now.
I agree.
Thirdly, the Iron Throne is possibly the coolest possible thing they could have chose.
I agree. I need one. I need an Iron Throne.
An
and a
Iron Throne?
direwolf.
Oh, gotcha.
Both.
Gotcha. You're going to be Jon Snow.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Well, director Wes Anderson has unveiled his first trailer for his upcoming film, The Phoenician Scheme, slated to premiere in theaters on May 30th. The movie stars Benicio del Toro as Zaza Corda, a wealthy entrepreneur involved in armaments and aviation, who reconnects with his estranged daughter on a high-stakes infrastructure mission. The ensemble cast includes Michael Cera, Riz Ahmed, Tom Hanks, Scarlett Johansson, and Benedict Cumberbatch. The trailer showcases Anderson's signature visual style and dry humor, hinting at a narrative rich in intrigue and familial dynamics fans can anticipate, a blend of espionage and comedy in this latest offering from the acclaimed director.
I know you're not as well versed in Wes Anderson movies.
I want to be. I love his style.
Because I watch them, I'm like, this is 100% a Nick movie. Yeah. So do it.
I do like Fantastic Mr. Fox a lot.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And I like Moonrise Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
I gotta watch some of the bigger ones though.
That's real.
Yeah.
Well, rapper and singer Sean Kingston and his mother have been convicted in a $1 million fraud scheme. The U.S. Department of Justice said on March 28th, a federal jury in Miami convicted Keishan Paul Anderson, known as Sean Kingston, and his mother, Janice Eleanor Turner, on charges of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and 4 counts of wire fraud. The duo orchestrated a scheme to defraud luxury merchandise vendors of over $1 million in property. Despite numerous attempts to contact Anderson and Turner, the victims told investigators that they were either never paid or only received payment after legal action or law enforcement was involved. I guess Sean might not be seeing any beautiful girls anytime soon.
Wow, what a way to end that. That's actually probably the only song by him that I know.
He also did Fire Burning.
Oh, you're right. I forgot.
So.
You know, I actually know somebody that met him at a concert,
Yeah?
and they said he was a jerk, so I'm not exactly surprised.
Huh. I mean, that feels like it makes sense.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, speaking of celebrities, let's talk about a nice one for a minute. Seth Rogen recently revealed he once tried to develop a Where's Waldo movie, but the project never made it past early stages. Rogen said, quote, "Waldo does nothing. He's literally just hiding," Rogen said. Adding that his team quickly realized the challenge was turning a static character into a compelling lead. He said, "Everyone's asking, where's Waldo? We're asking, who's Waldo?" End quote. The film was briefly in development at MGM in 2016 with Rogen and longtime collaborator Evan Goldberg with a time travel plot in the works. But despite their efforts, they couldn't crack the story. Fans have joked about the failed attempt, with some saying that even Hollywood can't find Waldo.
Everyone's asking, where's Waldo? We're asking, who's Waldo?
Why not when is Waldo?
Or perhaps, why is Waldo?
A lot of really good questions, but the answer to that is never. We're not getting it.
That's fair, yes. Well, speaking of movies that actually did happen, Sydney Sweeney fits right in with Glenn Powell's family because over the weekend, the Anyone But You actress joined her former co-star at his sister Leslie Powell's wedding in Dallas, Texas. On Sunday, Leslie shared a few pictures from her big day on Instagram stories, including one sweet snap of herself with Sydney Sweeney smiling big with their arms around each other. While no relationships have been confirmed for Glenn and Sweeney, the internet speculated this was more than a co-star reunion, and we here at The Blurb will be sure to update you if any twisters touch down on this topic.
I'm a big fan of Sydney Sweeney. Big
agree.
fan of Glenn Powell. Really liked Anyone But You.
Anyone But You was great. I miss that rom-com energy that we had.
Yeah.
You know?
And I love that they had such good chemistry that she would go to his sister's wedding.
Isn't that
Like,
great?
That's really cute. I
Yeah.
like that a lot.
No,
yeah.
it's really cute.
Well, the Minecraft movie has officially outbuilt expectations and even Barbie. Warner Brothers' latest release stunned the box office with a $163 million domestic opening weekend, beating projections by $6 million. That makes it the studio's third biggest domestic debut of all time, overtaking Barbie's 2023 record. The adaptation of the globally popular video game drew massive crowds, fueled by family audiences and longtime fans. With strong word of mouth and a dedicated fan base, Minecraft is now poised to become one of this year's biggest hits.
You know, I have a lot of thoughts about the Minecraft movie.
Yeah, well, speaking of Minecraft, don't go anywhere, because after the break,
We're placing blocks and stuff because we saw Minecraft.
Hey guys, welcome to Behind the Blurb, the show on the Blurb where we take a one-on-one interview with the cast and get to know a little more about them. I'm really excited about this first one because it is a member that had to take a leave of absence due to being on a study abroad opportunity, but now they are back as not only as the director for the show, but they are also the director of production and film distribution of the entirety of student media. So please welcome Sophia Sonato.
Yay! I'm so excited. I watched these while I was gone and I said, man, I can't wait till I get to do one day. And now I'm here,
Yeah,
and I'm doing
congratulations.
it.
You're first in line for these, and yeah, it's gonna be a great time. You know, you have been occupied by a lot of things in life lately. I think the first appropriate question would be like, you know, like where have you been? You know, like
Yeah.
what's been up with life recently?
Yeah, so I was gone from January to May this last season of programming because I was studying abroad in Florence, Italy. It was a really fun experience. I learned so much about Italian culture, about myself, and it was just such a transformative experience. But now that I'm back, I am doing all this stuff with student media. I'm in my senior year at Kent, and I am, you know, just living life, having fun.
Beautiful resignation there. Moving along into like this show as a whole, since you're directing it, of course, what kind of made you want to be involved with the Blurb for both like I guess digital content and like directing it in general?
Yeah, I mean, I joined in the first place just because I had the availability many moons ago. I was the director, well, not director, I was the CG operator. I did everything with graphics. And then moving forward, I became technical director, became in charge of the switcher for the show. And last fall, I directed, which is such a fun time because y'all have fun things that you want to do, and I love being able to make it happen.
And you're the reason we do make it happen. We really couldn't accomplish half of the things that we do on the show without you. So
Aw.
if you had to summarize yourself in only one word, what would that word be?
Pride. Because I take so much pride in everything that I do, as well as like my relationships with others. I am always someone that is so proud of my friends for all of their accomplishments, big and small. I'm proud of myself for my accomplishments, big and small. I think there's just so many things to have that strong, supportive feeling for, and we don't realize that.
You know, I see you with taking a lot of pride 24/7, honestly. I feel like that word's really accurate, that fits you.
Thank you.
Sophia Sonato, everybody. We'll be right back for more programming.
Blurb segment release! Many childhood dreams were accomplished this last weekend as the Minecraft movie was finally released. In talks since 2016 and in development since 23. We have lots to say about this movie, so let's just elytra into the topic.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. Guys, how are we feeling?
Great.
Honestly, I liked it.
I liked it.
I went in expecting a meme, and I got a meme, so
I'm
I'm
with you on that.
satisfied.
That's
I
a win.
knew what I was getting myself into, so I loved it. Therefore,
Yeah.
I loved it.
Memes rule the world.
Yes. I will say, I think, I was telling you guys this earlier, I think it matched exactly what my expectations were, which is a good thing. I was very pleasantly surprised for this movie. I enjoyed it. 5 stars.
Actually, it's really funny. You, Peter, and I went together, and as soon as the credits rolled, I looked over at you, and you go, "Dare I say, 5 stars in Letterboxd?" And I thought that was the funniest thing I've ever heard come out of your mouth.
What?
Yeah, 5 stars actually. If I could give it more stars, I would.
Same
It was
here.
incredible.
9.5 out of 10.
Literally, when it ended, I turned to my friend and I was like, 35 out of 10.
Did you see it in 3D? Is that what you said? Or?
I saw it at the Kent Theater on premiere night.
Yeah.
The theater was full, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah,
like
so was ours.
just
Yeah.
full. Like
We
they
went on
have a
Sunday.
sign that says, "Oh, we're sold out on the Minecraft movie." So
Yeah.
yay.
Oh, I should also forewarn. This will be a generally spoiler-free discussion, but still proceed with this block just at your own risk, just in case we do slip up because it happens. But sorry, I just wanted to get that one out of the way. I forgot about that. I'm curious. Did obviously I know we have this. Did anyone go to get the McDonald's meal beforehand? And anyone else?
Oh, so here's the thing. My group and I were gonna do that, but we decided not to at the end. But
That's fair.
But it was still a fun experience.
I'll have you hold this.
Ooh.
It's just for you.
Drink it.
Can I drink it?
Yeah.
Make you
go ahead.
fly.
How's it taste?
I think this is the harming potion.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously there was a lot of jokes and memery in it. I will say I think I really liked its balance, and I'm not mad about it. There was a lot of tension between Momoa and Jack
Yep.
Black.
Yeah, there
And
was.
I enjoyed every second of it. It was basically Brokeback Mountain, but
Yeah.
this is my heart stopper.
This
Minecraft was my heart stopper.
Yeah.
Memecraft.
I know a big controversy about the movie when the trailer came out was the fact that they were live action.
Yeah.
I think they handled it in a very nice way, where it's
Yeah.
like I wasn't mad about it being live action.
I'll say this. All the stuff that was animated, like all the backgrounds and stuff and all the animals, the different Minecraft mobs, looked very beautiful. But
Yeah.
the
Gorgeous.
the green screen that they had all the human actors in front of was abhorrently obvious.
Yeah.
It was atrocious.
That's really it. I mean, the special effects were fine besides that.
Also,
Yeah.
a lot of the TikTok effect of instead of kill being used, the word unalive was used.
I physically, my body had a physical reaction to that, and not in a good way.
Yeah. It was
I think the writing at sometimes was borderline cringy.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely was tailored for Gen Alpha.
yeah.
So
I mean, it is a kids movie, but I also think it had that nice balance of like understanding a lot of its fan base being
Yeah.
like older, which
Yeah.
so I think because like you know what I mean. It's like
I think that's why they put Jack Black. in
Yeah.
there,
that's
'cause
real.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did we think of Jack Black as Steve?
I liked it.
I like him as Steve. I think he's just Jack Black as himself. Although, like, yeah, like it's basically just Jack Black as Steve. So, yeah.
That's fair.
Would you guys have anything to add? I feel like I haven't heard from you guys.
He
But
was a
I love
Steve.
Jack Black.
He is Steve.
He found diamonds and he built more than just a house.
He did. He was. We saw Chicken Jackie.
Chicken
Chicken
Jack.
Jockey.
Jockey.
Glad we got that one out of the way.
Did your guys' theaters erupt in applause when that happened?
Yes.
Ours was like a little more tame. I feel like.
See,
Yeah.
so for mine, we said like basically lots of people shout. As a child, I yearn for the mines, flint and steel, the nether. I am Steve. So basically everything that was memed. So it
saw-
was really funny.
I saw a review on Letterboxd that said this is the modern day Rocky Horror, and
No, what? No. What do they
because
mean
of
by
all the
that?
callouts.
You know what?
yeah,
You're right.
Kinda.
Yeah.
There was a group of kids who were kicked out of a theater for throwing popcorn at the screen.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, the police came into the theater and personally kicked them out. I forgot yeah.
Yeah, props to Coleman because he came up with that as we were going through it. Like me and Coleman and Anne-Marie, shout out to Anne-Marie. We all went together to Cinemark
Did you
and
guys get kicked out?
no. But Coleman came up with Iron Golem Prime, and it was the funniest thing.
I literally
That's really
said
funny because
Optimus
yeah,
Prime.
Peter leaned over to me and goes, "That's Optimus Prime."
How do I feel about that? Like, I know it's not really like a traditional Minecraft thing. That and the giant pig being.
I thought it was weird, but honestly, kind of a standout, so I didn't mind it too much. I also do like the giant pig. That's kind of cool. I also like the main villain as well.
Okay, I'm gonna interject. I'm not a fan of the villain.
I agree.
Not a fan. I thought it would have been better if it was the Ender Dragon.
Or
Or
Hero-
the Wither.
Yeah, I was,
Or Hero Brian.
Honestly,
oh,
I-
that would have been funny.
okay, I almost said a spoiler, but yeah. Okay, I held myself
I
back,
think I
but
did, but
yeah, I do agree. I wish it would have been like the Wither or something rather than this character, but yeah.
Ooh, that would have been way better. Now that you bring that up.
Yeah, there are a lot of memes. You know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do I think it affected my movie theater experience? Yes, but I feel like in a good way.
Yeah.
I feel like that was easily top like 3 theater experiences I've had.
Pardon me if I'm wrong. I feel like our theater was more tame than all the ones I was seeing on the internet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
no one in our theater got kicked out by the
Yeah,
police.
this is true. Except that one guy.
Yeah, except for Peter.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Actually, Peter actually threw his popcorn at the screen.
No, I did not.
I love
Peter then
Hero
threw
Brian.
himself at the screen.
No, I did not.
It was
didn't finish
honestly,
it.
it was really disrespectful, and I'm kind of like really ashamed of you for
Yeah.
that. But that's okay.
I'm not that mischievous.
We know. It's okay. We're just messing with you.
I know, I was going on with
Peter is very kind, very tame. He would never.
No, I agree. Child actors, obviously. I'm not huge on child actors personally. I think child actors usually annoy me a lot.
That was the case for this one, I think.
Yeah,
I
wasn't-
don't see that from this one, to be honest, but yeah.
it was. I know it bothered you a lot more. I wasn't as bothered with these guys because it wasn't that they had like. They weren't as like strongly the main characters. Weirdly enough.
My issue is I don't really care about any of the human characters all that much.
That's
I agree.
fair.
Yeah.
I feel like Steve is the only one that I was like, yeah. Everyone else is kind of just like whatever happens.
I care for them for some reason. I don't know. I just like the movie, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that's also the chemistry between Jason Momoa and Jack Black, and like
lot of
that
good
just
attention. A lot of
that just
good
elevates
attention.
his character.
Just as a curious question, if a sequel had come out, or if a sequel comes out, will you guys be seated?
Oh,
Yes.
for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Be
gonna
honest.
spoil anything.
We're not gonna judge you.
Not gonna spoil anything, but there is definitely a sequel in the future,
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially with how much money
I'm
this
curious
made.
to see when it'll get greenlit or if it'll get.
And there is a post-credit scene, so stick around.
Can I
Yes.
say one thing about it though?
You got 5 seconds.
One thing I wish that they added was like an Enderman. Well, in the Enderman scene.
Incredible. Thank you,
Yeah,
Brian.
that would be fun.
Well, don't go anywhere because we've got more cinema to talk about right after the break.
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
Solo stage where the player spends most of it being hunted down by Infinite. The weapon that performed the best here was the Drill Wispen. Its ability to...
He finally is like, I get it now. I get it. I have worth because I'm me. Yeah, and I really liked it a lot. Like, I'm not...
What are you staring at? How do you know it's me? No.
Hi, I'm Leland Melvin, and I traveled to space twice as a NASA astronaut. Space technologies help protect our precious Earth. Space helps us monitor changes in carbon emissions, track the pace of climate change. It even helps us fight natural disasters. Make sure that you get out to your local science museum or go to spaceforall.us to explore and learn about space and science. Space is for all.
Many Olympians have launched their careers at Kent State University. In track and field, veteran coach Nathan Fanger has propelled 2 star athletes to the Summer Games. Following in their powerful footsteps is Olympic hopeful Gabby Bailey. Gabby's high school coach knew Kent State would be a perfect home for the Jamaican star after seeing the success of one of his former athletes, Olympian Daniil Thomas Dodd.
Kent is a good place to grow because the environment here is unmatched compared to other schools. It's not just a good place for athletes, it's a good place for everybody. Everybody feels supported here.
Coach Fanger helps Gabby grow athletically and academically.
We want to go win conference championships and we want to see people's success outside of track and field, but to get there, you've got to be able to be supportive through the whole process, right? I'm there essentially 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
It's like an experience that you probably won't get anywhere else. And it's just a feeling of being welcome all the time.
If there's one thing us nerds here at the Blurb love is hearing news about films, or in this case, upcoming films that we are excited about. Last year, CinemaCon was held and dropped so many film announcements for this year's upcoming films and the next 2 years. Join me as the cast and I will be recapping CinemaCon's announcements.
What a CinemaCon, huh?
A lot.
A
Stuff
lot.
was announced.
I wasn't mentally ready for it.
We were actively, I think, recording a podcast when that was happening.
Really?
So I just was like updating my phone the whole time.
Go ahead, let's begin the podcast for
should we start off with, do you want to start off with the first one? Yeah.
First and foremost, they finally gave us a release date for Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Took them long enough.
And that is June 4th, 2027.
Which is so long.
I'll wait that long. I will wait.
Also, there were stills released, as you can see.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks really cool. Animation looks beautiful. They showed footage, I think, at CinemaCon. And I believe it has something to do with like them showing like Miles and Gwen reuniting, something like that.
That makes sense.
And like a fight.
I feel like I did see that still actually, where it's like they're like
on like a water tower.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that one. And then also the Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, the MCU Spider-Man with Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they give a date for that?
July 31st, 2026.
You know these dates, dude.
Okay.
This is why
you should host the block.
Yeah, you should. It has a title now.
Yes.
Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah, they're steering away from the.
I'm hyped.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it. I kind of like it.
This wasn't confirmed, but it's rumored that the Chameleon might be the villain. So.
That'd be kind of cool.
I know.
That'd be kind of cool.
Wouldn't it be pretty cool?
It would be.
I like that they stayed away from him because of the events of, I always get the names wrong. Is it No Way Home?
No Way Home.
I like that they switched up to the events of No Way Home and it being like, literally like nobody knowing who he is, fresh new start type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peter, I know you're probably very excited for this one. The Wicked for a good announcement.
First of all, they showed the trailer, and it still hasn't been released on the internet.
Which is horrible.
I know. I need it more than I need oxygen to breathe. I need it. And then
They did release the poster though.
yeah.
It is a gorgeous poster.
It really
I will
is.
say this is incredible.
Ariana looks
I
beautiful.
think wasn't this leaked a while back?
Somebody saw it on like an elevator door and took
Yeah.
a picture of it.
That's crazy. I love the internet.
The internet's crazy. Yeah, no, they showed the trailer. I guess that they confirmed that. What did they say? I think they said that the trailer showcased them singing "For Good"
and No Good Deed.
and "No Good Deed."
Yeah.
That's what
Okay.
it was, if you're familiar with the Broadway show.
Yeah.
They said that there was a dialogue between Elphaba and Glinda. Seems very emotional. So
I mean, that makes sense.
It's gonna
considering
be
what
an
The
emotional.
entirety of Act 2 of Wicked is.
It's gonna be an emotional
So-
movie for sure.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm very excited for this one, the live-action How to Train Your Dragon. I know some people had actually
They got the
see it.
chance to see it, and many of the reactions are positive.
This is good.
So this is good. I know you're
I'm
curious.
I'm partially biased because the animated one is like my favorite movie of all time, and I don't think that there was any reason for them to redo it.
I'm also cautious about the live actions. Obviously, we've been very critical on the Blurb about live actions, but my interest, my pretty hot take, I guess. I'm kind of excited for How to Train Your Dragon as well as the Lilo and Stitch live actions.
I respect that.
They're kind of cool looking. I am mad about the I always forget the alien's name for Lilo and Stitch.
The one where
Jamie.
they didn't put him in like a costume.
She
instead it
served
was-
so hard in that outfit.
Yeah, I know. Speaking of which, the How to Train Your Dragon, they actually announced that they are going to move forward with a How to Train Your Dragon 2 live action remake.
Already.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're that confident.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we'll see how the first one turns out, I guess. Yeah.
Let's see. They also showed footage for Superman, which was pretty much what we saw in the trailer when he told Krypto, "Home, take me home." Except Krypto was wrestling him instead.
Yeah.
And then they did actually end up releasing that footage
Yes.
on the internet.
I saw
that
that on
night.
Twitter.
Yeah.
And it looks really cool.
I'm excited.
I'm so excited, and it's unfortunate that we won't be able to be here at the Blurb to talk about Superman that comes
Right.
out. So
Yeah.
that's disappointing, but I'm really excited. I think it looks really cool.
Me too.
Hot take here. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 information got leaked. The trailer for it.
It wasn't
Not
leaked, it was
not
just
leaked. Sorry,
dropped.
CinemaCon.
Right.
That's what we're talking about. CinemaCon's Five Nights at Freddy's 2 trailer.
Yeah,
How do we feel?
it doesn't sound great.
I think it'll be good. Just give it a chance. It'll probably be good.
How did you feel about the first one?
Oh, I liked it, but it had a lot of weird retcons that made me real angry. A lot of stuff that made me pretty mad.
It does look. Because that's from the trailer, correct?
Yes.
It does look really good. I'm not
complaining about the way that they look.
No, yeah,
The
it's the
story
plot.
is they're going to be outside the pizzeria, like killing people.
Mhm.
So I feel like sounds a little dumb. I don't know.
No, I agree.
The concept of the
Yeah.
games themselves are dumb though.
Right,
so.
that's fair. It's camp.
Yeah.
The Beatles.
This one caused a lot of uproar. Because the casting people aren't.
Do they look? I mean,
I don't even think they look remotely anything like it.
we'll let the crowd decide.
I mean, there's a thing called the makeup department.
That's the thing is that I'm cautiously hopeful because I know I saw it was a post they were talking about how like a lot of like with like Timothée Chalamet and stuff like that where it's like they do like the hair and the makeup and stuff like these are just like photos of the actors. Like I think this is even from Joseph Quinn's in the Fantastic Four. So it's like, is this going to be an accurate depiction of what they look like? No, but I think they could probably bring it together. But as of current, I'm not excited for this
Funnily
casting
enough,
choice.
Paul Mescal plays Paul McCartney.
Yeah,
I think that's funny. I don't know. Pretty sure Harris Dickinson's playing John.
Lennon.
Yeah.
Ringo is Barry Keoghan.
And Joseph Quinn
Ring-
is
George.
Can we talk about Ringo as Barry Keoghan real quick?
Wow.
I
don't know.
It's
Saltburn.
Yeah. I haven't seen that.
Saltburn, but as Ringo Starr.
Ringo's Murder on the Dance Floor.
Yeah. Can you imagine? What's so interesting though is they're not doing one combined. Like they're not doing it Bohemian Rhapsody style where it's gonna be about the whole band.
Right.
They're getting all their own separate biopics.
Which I'm not mad about. I think conceptually, I think it's better for the quality of the movie just because I feel like each of them have a lot more to talk about in their personal lives.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be cool. It's kind of like, as long as they do kind of a mix of like pre-post Beatle life.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know. I hope it's just like, I don't know. I don't need to see a 3-hour movie on Ringo Starr. You know?
No, I don't either.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I thought they're definitely interesting casting choices. But like you said, makeup department, maybe they'll be fine. I mean, they're all very fine actors. I just don't know.
It feels like they just picked it for the names and for like just like the
big
hey,
names.
Paul Mescal, like Barry Keoghan, like they've been in the pop culture recently, and it's like, so I hope they kind of do something more for it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what else they showed at CinemaCon was the new Tron movie. Trailer,
Oh,
which got
I've never seen Tron in my life, so
I've
I don't
seen
know.
Tron. What's the second one? Tron Legacy? Is
I
that what
think
it's
so,
called?
yes.
I've seen the second one. I haven't seen the first one.
They
from
also
the 80s.
have, I believe it's 9 Inch Nails doing
Yes.
the soundtrack for
It is.
Obviously, I know there was a lot of internet hype for Daft Punk potentially being revived. They're not coming back. Sorry, guys, it's not happening. I'm excited for it.
Because they did Tron Legacy, right?
Yeah, no, or Daft Punk did, yeah. But also, I think 9 Inch Nails has a very distinct sound as to where it's like, I think they can match the vibe of it very well because they mix a lot of like electro and like, I don't know, I like it. I'm excited for it.
Jared Leto's gonna be in the lead. Not sure how I feel about that.
Tron?
Yeah. Not sure how I feel about that. They also did say that the Tron world is gonna bleed into the real world.
How?
I don't know, but I think, unlike the FNAF, I think that sounds
interesting,
kind of cool.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just excited because I mean, Tron is such a cool concept. I mean,
No, that's fair. That's real.
I have yet to ride the ride at Disney.
I might be wrong. Was Thunderbolts trailer released at CinemaCon or was that earlier?
A new one was.
A new one was?
new one was.
Because there already was one out.
So I know they've been doing a lot of like promotion for it and stuff, and I think I'm cautiously optimistic once again about a lot of these movies. But Thunderbolts, because they're doing a lot of advertising, and Marvel usually advertises like when they know a movie's going to be good.
Yeah, for sure.
I think they're cooking with this one.
I'm really excited for Thunderbolts. I think it's gonna be awesome.
No, I agree.
As I am.
Yeah.
In the end, one thing I love is hearing about news about films, but another thing I love is our films are technically admittedly bad, but we tend to enjoy them anyway. Stick around because next the cast will be discussing their favorite guilty pleasure films.
Can you help me?
What you got there?
Will you help my mom?
Hey, crew, I'll give the first move to anyone who signs up to be an organ donor. How do you do it?
Easy. Just go to organdonor.gov.
More donors means more hope. Sign up at organdonor.gov.
The FDA conducts a thorough analysis to ensure that prescription drugs are only approved after 3 phases of clinical trials have shown they are high quality, safe, and work as they should.
Did you know that children growing up with poor air quality have smaller lungs and higher rates of asthma than children that grow up with good air quality? And unfortunately, poor communities have poor air quality. IQ Air Foundation is working to change this. Today, the IQ Air Foundation provides filtration technology to schools with poor air quality through our Clean Air for Kids program. Our goal is to help over 50,000 school children every year breathe over 90% cleaner air indoors, helping to level the playing field, reduce barriers to learning, reduce sick days, and increase test scores. Mitigating poor air quality is key to environmental justice. Help Clean Air for Kids reach more children at iqairfoundation.org.
The collaboration between Kent State and the Cleveland Museum of Natural History is a long-standing one.
Dr. Aaron's experimental lab is really state-of-the-art. It's known internationally.
We can recreate any artifact from the last 3 million years, and the Cleveland Museum of Natural History has pretty much any tool that ancient people use. So we send our students up here to study those examples so they can figure out how to recreate them. And the collaboration led to incredible discoveries right here in Ohio. And it's a dream come true.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
you?
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows? Maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
How can you hate Star Wars?
Kung Fu Panda.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Here for a late night walk.
Yes.
Midnight walks
Yes.
around
Oh my
campus.
gosh.
Not
I
bad.
always, you know, like the swing.
Student center.
What?
Wait, care, you mean like healthcare?
Cares Center.
Student center.
Where you can get support.
So, we talked about a bad yet mimetic movie today. That's 1275, I'll Never Get Back. So, thanks Warner Brothers. I mean, it was so stupid that I loved it. So, why don't we talk more about movies so dumb that we can't help but love? Joining me are Laz, Coleman, and Brian as we discuss our favorite guilty pleasure media.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Andy.
So, I have like quite a lot of them, but I want to start off with Willy's Wonderland, because I really like that one. I love Nick Cage, just like crazy acting. His over-the-top acting, I just love it. He doesn't do a lot of that in this movie, but this is basically I call it we have the FNAF movie at home movie. So.
Oh, now I didn't know what movie you were talking about until you said that, and then I was like, oh, now I know what you're talking about.
You make me treat to check it out now, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it was so it was kind of dumb, but like it was really entertaining, and like it's not as a horror movie, it's not that scary, because the whole film is basically Nick Cage just fighting these animatronics, and it's really funny.
Correct me if I'm wrong, didn't they try to do like a silent protagonist thing with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, it kind of feels like a video game more than a movie for some reason.
I don't know if this is true, but I'd heard it was like, it was a pitch for the FNAF movie that got like struck down by Scott because he wasn't too keen on it, and then they kind of just like changed the branding and like made it something else.
I think it might be true, but the screenwriter of that movie might agree on that. Like if anyone brought up like FNAF, he just kind of freaks out for some reason.
Yeah,
so,
that's
you got to be careful with that kind of thing, I guess.
That's fun and interesting. So I'd say for one of mine, I'm not sure if this would necessarily be a guilty pleasure in the definition of guilty pleasures, but it's my guilty pleasure. I'm going to say the 2019 horror movie Countdown. It logistically, like, I guess wasn't bad in concept, but looking back, it's definitely got some over-exaggerated acting, and the way they handled the whole like timer thing was honestly like corny. But here's the thing: it was the first horror movie I ever saw in theaters, so it has a bit of a nostalgia point for me. So like, it's one that I don't mind coming back to like every now and then. I just feel like a lot of movies handle this concept way better.
I've seen it myself. I thought it was bad, but honestly, I can kind of see why someone would love this movie. My main problem with it is like the climax scene, because I don't think the main characters would have survived what she did to herself. So so like that's my main problems, and there are a bunch of stupid decisions too. But like I think it's an interesting concept to see. Yeah,
quite interesting.
What about you, Brian?
Yeah, Brian.
Dante's Peak.
Ooh.
Dante's Peak. Eh?
It's the volcano one. Like, there's two different volcano movies. Like, there's one that's dead set in the center of Nevada. Dante's Peak is actually in the state of California, where the actual Dante's Peak volcano is. It's like on the border of Arizona and California. I'm just gonna say this: we have all seen it in different movies where volcanic lava and just magma in general can make hot springs boil. Tell me how water turned into acid on top of your tires endured lava, and they're the only thing that burned, versus the entire car. I mean, there's running gas in there. You would think that the flames would get in the exhaust port, and next thing you know, car explodes. Didn't happen. Loved it, but it was still very action-packed.
Magic of science fiction, I guess.
True.
Yeah, I'm no chemist, but so I don't want to make any statements on the realism of that. But that does sound kind of improbable.
Yeah, it does sound impossible, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know.
Les, what about you?
Okay,
what pleasure you got?
so this one's kind of like, honestly, like my family in particular just has some like funny stories about this one. The 2000s classic Shark Boy and Lava Girl, or sorry, The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D. We never had like a 3D TV, so I never saw it in 3D. But I mean, that movie is just like, it's an entire disaster, but it's so like, it's so bad in like a lot of the best ways, like the animation being just kind of awful. There's like, it's just a whole disaster, and I highly recommend it. Like, one of my family's favorite little stories to tell about my, I say baby sister, she's 16, my baby sister Kelsey, is when she was in preschool, she had to fill out one of these worksheets that was like, oh, all about my mom. And it was like, what's my mom's favorite movie? And she wrote down that movie, which is, for the record, not my mom's favorite movie. But it's just, something that like adds to the nostalgia that I have for that movie. Also, I remember as a kid really wanting to eat the cookie that they were writing down the cookie river or whatever, or like the milk river or whatever. I really wanted to eat the cookie. It looked so good.
I mean, I have a lot of nostalgia factor for that movie too. So what were you trying to say?
Well, all I will say, Laz, is maybe one day, if they ever make another installment, you yourself can have that cookie.
I mean, they sort of did make another installment.
I think they kind of did.
Well, just the next installment in general.
Okay.
You can incentivize the cookie being brought back and then eat it on set.
Yeah.
Also, hot take, I think Taylor Lautner is better as Shark Boy than Jacob from Twilight.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I say this as someone who has not seen Twilight.
I can say because I haven't seen.
Yeah. Believe it or not, some of the movies I picked are parody movies, specifically the Scary Movie franchise. So, like, how do you feel about that?
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen any of the Scary Movie movies, so I can't personally comment on it.
Well, they're just dumb fun, to be honest. Okay, that's fine. Another pick of mine is the Zoolander movies. Ben Stiller, well, he produced Severance, I believe, but like, I think this is one of his magnum opus. It's not an original idea, but I think it's really fun. It's about a dumb male model who kind of gotten into like terrorist ring, and like it's such a funny premise. Also, the second one starts off with Justin Bieber dying, so that is really funny.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's certainly a concept.
There's one more I wanted to add too.
Yeah.
Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, everyone knows the iconic, "It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!" That's in that, obviously, we all know it's in that movie, but I feel like it's a great way that it's like underappreciated because it's just Darth Vader's backstory.
Yeah, everything
Yeah.
we talk about is underappreciated today.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I would agree. But, well, dumb fun is always great, isn't it? Another thing that is dumb fun is composer Natalie Holt throwing eggs at Simon Cowell. Cowell. I don't know the context of the video, but it's really funny. But let's join Nick as he tests the cast knowledge on the on film scoring. So yeah.
Amen.
Kent State University's Marcello Fantoni has served on the scientific committee of the Palace of Versailles for the past decade. Through this prestigious position, Fantoni creates worldwide connections, helping Kent State students and faculty realize one-of-a-kind global experiences.
Today, Kent State University is a global university. We have a presence in every single continent of this planet. If we send our Ohio students all over the world and bring their experiences back, we create the conditions in Ohio for a much healthier and stronger development of the entire state. When you come back and you have more tools in your brain, more options for solutions, you are a more talented, a more versatile professional. And this is what the market wants today. The future of higher education is global.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money.
Hey there, I'm Lance Bass, and this is CHIP. And for more than 100 years, American Humane has been protecting animals in times of crisis. And if you're like me, your pet means the world to you, and you want to keep them safe if disaster strikes. American Humane's first responders are always prepared to rescue animals in danger, but you can also help. To learn more about disaster planning and keeping your animals safe, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
Jimmy can't sing, and Tommy can't dance, so we're gonna put some ants in their pants. Aww.
Kids will spend 22 minutes watching us, the super duper party troopers, sing about ants in their pants.
Isn't that funny? Ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one.
Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe.
Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Welcome, music and movie buffs, to the ultimate test of your ears and your memory in this trivia challenge. We're diving into the world of iconic soundtracks and timeless scores, from sweeping orchestras to eerie piano notes. You'll be guessing which movie brought each piece of music to life. Whether you're a John Williams superfan or a sucker for Hans Zimmer's thundering chords, it's time to prove your score savvy skills.
I will say you missed the opportunity to make a Sound of Music joke.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's okay, forgive me.
So how this is gonna work is I have a couple multiple choice questions, more than a couple, but I have some multiple choice questions here. I'm basically gonna say who did the score, and then I'm gonna say a couple tracks that are on the album, and then you're just gonna have to tell me out of the multiple choices which movie that's the score for. Does that make sense?
Cool, love it.
Okay, so if you guys are ready, we'll get started. What'd you say?
I said, got it, governor.
Great.
What?
Okay, so let's start off. This score by Hans Zimmer was a part of this Christopher Nolan film and included tracks like Cornfield Chase, Day One, and Mountains. Is it from A, The Dark Knight, B, Interstellar, C, Inception, or D, Oppenheimer? Christopher Nolan movies always have good soundtracks though.
Yeah, every time.
Every single time. There's never a bad one. I love the Oppenheimer soundtrack.
I'm
a
excited
lot,
for
too.
the Odyssey.
I know.
Me too.
All right, you guys ready?
I am.
Go ahead and reveal in 3, 2, 1. Everybody but Brian was correct.
Yes. Let's go.
Interstellar. Corn Chase
It
is what
was
got
in
me.
fact Interstellar. Yeah, Cornfield Chase. These are going to get progressively harder, by the way. Just so you guys know.
Nuts.
All right, you guys ready for the second one?
Absolutely.
This score by John Powell had tracks like Test Flight, Forbidden Friendship, and was included in this 2010 animated film. Is it from A, Megamind, B, Tangled, C, Shrek Forever After, or D, How to Train Your Dragon? This one is another one of my favorites. One of my favorite movie scores.
Oh, yeah.
All right, go ahead and reveal
I
in
know
3,
you. So
2,
I know this
1.
track.
You're right. You're all correct. It is How to Train Your Dragon.
I'm on fire.
All right. This one might be a little bit harder, but we'll see how it goes. This score by Howard Shore included tracks like Keep It Secret, Keep It Safe, and The Wolves of Isengard. It was included in this fantasy film. Is it from A, The Princess Bride, B, The Hobbit, C, Lord of the Rings, or D, The Never-Ending Story?
That's a toughie.
It is tough.
Could you repeat the question real quick? Or like the song titles?
Do you want just the song titles?
Yeah.
Keep It Secret, Keep It Safe, and The Wolves of Isengard.
Okay.
I tried not to take the most popular tracks because I figured that would give it away.
And then what were the options again? Sorry.
A, Princess Bride, B, Hobbit, C, Lord of the Rings, D, Never Ending Story.
Those are all great choices, by the way.
All right,
say, yeah.
go ahead and reveal in 3, 2, 1.
I'm like 60% confident.
I'm not sure.
Hold on.
Andy?
Yeah, I don't know why I did this.
Okay,
I wrote down C, but like
If you
decided.
said C or How to Train Your Dragon, or I'm sorry, my God. Lord of the Rings, you're correct. So sorry, Peter.
Yes.
I heard wolf, and I remember there's a wolf in Neverending Story.
That is true. All right.
I knew it right away.
I can only think
when
of
I
Stranger
heard it.
Things when I hear a Neverending Story.
I mean,
now.
I heard Isengard,
Me too.
and I knew it right away.
All right. This score by John Williams was included in this Steven Spielberg film, and it had tracks like Journey to the Island, Incident at Isla Nublar, and High Wire Stunts. Is it from A, Jurassic Park, B, Schindler's List, C, Indiana Jones, or D, Catch Me If You Can?
Why did I grab the dog marker?
I'm just gonna say.
Do you want me to repeat again, Rocco?
Yeah.
Songs or all the...
Both.
Okay. Songs were Journey to the Island, Incident at Isla Nublar, and High Wire Stunts. The choices were Jurassic Park, Schindler's List, Indiana Jones, or Catch Me If You Can. And then go ahead and reveal in 3, 2, 1. It was, in fact, A, Jurassic Park.
Yes.
So everybody but Rocco got that one.
I'm sorry,
bud.
Rocco.
That's okay. I was like, oh, it's Jaws. And then you said the answers, and I was like, oh, it's
Jaws
not
wasn't
Jaws.
even. I think John Williams did do Jaws though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He did.
All right. This score by Daniel Pemberton was included in this 2018 animated film and had tracks like Visions, Brooklyn 123, The Collider, and Gimme the Goober. Is it from A, Ralph Breaks the Internet, B, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, C, Sherlock Gnomes, or D, The Grinch?
I like whole movies. That's kind of hard to decide.
I agree with Brian. This is a toughie. Peter, how confident are you in this
again?
one?
Oh my god.
Huh?
Could you
Sorry,
repeat the choices again?
Yeah. Ralph Breaks the Internet, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Sherlock Gnomes, and The Grinch. All right, go ahead and reveal in 3, 2, 1. It was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, so it was B. Wait, could you also, what did you all have again? I'm sorry.
A.
A.
C.
So none of you, oh, Peter was the only
Brian,
one.
Peter, yeah.
All right,
It's the eyes.
next one. This score by Ludwig Göransson, who also did the score for Oppenheimer, was included in this Christopher Nolan film and had tracks like Windmills, Meeting Neil, and Betrayal. Was it from A, Tenet, B, Inception, C, Dunkirk, or D, The Prestige? This is a hard one.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think I got it. I think.
Can you repeat the songs again?
Windmills, Meeting Neil, and Betrayal.
I think I also got it.
I got it.
All right,
I'll go
we'll
with
see
my
about
gut.
that. Go ahead and reveal. I'm never gonna count down.
Oh, you said Tenet? Is it Tenet?
It was Tenet.
Ah!
Yeah. So Andy and Peter, you two got that right? No, I'm sorry. Brian, you got it. You said A, right?
B.
Oh, you said B? Okay, so it was Andy and Peter.
Prestige was the two magicians, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
What a good movie.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. This war film included a score by Thomas Newman and featured tracks like Up the Down Trench, The Englander, and 1600 Men. Is it from A, Saving Private Ryan, B, 1917, C, Hacksaw Ridge, or D, Apocalypse Now?
It's a good thing I don't watch war movies because I have absolutely no idea.
I have a feeling.
I got a feeling it's this one.
I have a feeling for ceiling.
I'm going with my gut, even though my brain tells
Actually,
me
no.
that's
Didn't Harry Styles do the score for Dunkirk?
Harry Styles was in Dunkirk.
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking?
No, I was asking if he did the score for it.
All right, go ahead and reveal.
Thank you.
C, 1917 Hacksaw Ridge. If you said 1917 or B, you were correct.
I knew I should.
So I think Peter's the only one to get that one.
I haven't seen that one.
This is humbling.
All right.
I want to see.
So that is the end of our game. Unfortunately. Peter, you won.
I finally won!
With 7 points. In second place was Andy with 5 points.
Yeah.
Tied in third was Brian and Rocco with 3
I think
points.
we're, if you put those two numbers together, that's 6, and you know what? That's close enough.
Yeah. You know what? I'm glad that you're proud of your score.
Look,
You should be.
music's my thing, movies aren't, and that's okay.
That's okay.
I respect that.
And that is all we have from The Blurb tonight for you. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube at BSE The Blurb to see more of our beautiful faces and get more of that celebrity by tuning in next Tuesday at 8 p.m. for more Hollywood at Kent. Have a great night, Portage County.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush and a cake and brushy, brush your teeth. Great job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
Go. You feel good about that? No. I'm looking at it right.
And yellow today, feel free to use orange, feel free to use green, feel free whatever you want to do. These are what I have in my refrigerator.
Students, especially those that are in CCI fondly enough, are going to be visiting there quite often. But does their reward program
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma. I have a mentor, and she convinced me to continue my education. No one receives a diploma alone. If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, go get it. You can do it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Is it okay over there? Is that good?
Jackie boy, look, we have been through a lot together.
Hurry up before this rain, this rain goes away.
Well,
It's just,